Friends, greeting to everyone on my YouTube channel Asab Training. My name is Asab and today I will be showing you the growth on my deposit online from $10 to $7,388. Just think about it. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel and like this video because it is very important to me. Let's go. Today will be assisted by the envelopes indicator and the momentum indicator. We'll have the basic settings. The trading time frame is 15 seconds. Today I will start with only $10, my friends. So we see the chart, the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, one of my favorite currency pairs. Here there are always cute volatile movements. We see that the envelopes diagram shows the development of a bearish trend and the moment histogram also signals a downtrend. I immediately enter into the trend downward and wait for profit. Profit obtained. It is wonderful. Excellent start, friends. Today I just feel that all trades will hit the maximum. Let's put the entry deposit in the trade and change the currency pair. So what do we see here? The currency pair Swiss franc, Japanese yen. We see that the chart is in a small consolidation and soon there will be a breakthrough of the level. The momentum indicates presently sees breakthrough and a slight bearish movement. I won't waste time. I enter downward with the entry deposit following the momentum signal and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Wonderful, friends. So I am not in a hurry to leave this chart because there can be more interesting movements here. There was a level breakthrough. The momentum histogram indicates a perspective of a bullish movement, just like the envelopes indicator diagrams. It tells us about the downward trend. I can say that there are many such situations on the chart, and based on experience, I expect that the candle will reach the support level and then an aggressive reversal will begin, most likely in a bullish movement. Let's wait for this moment and quickly enter into a downward trade with the entry deposit. We didn't have to wait long. We quickly enter downward with the entry deposit and wait for profit. Profit obtained. It is fantastic, friends. If you are a beginner, you can work with me absolutely for free. You just need to subscribe to my Telegram channel, link in the description, where I trade daily and you can follow my steps step by step to achieve fantastic profit. Write to me privately, teach me, and I will share all the available information with you. Spots are limited, so come join us. Additionally, the first time you make a deposit on the best trading platform where I trade pocket option, you will receive a plus 50% bonus. You cannot afford to miss it. Nevertheless, I see an excellent situation on the Euro-Pound chart. Both indicators show a bearish trend. Without wasting time, I enter downward with the entry deposit and wait for profit. Profit obtained. As always, friends, we take our cash. We stay on this chart. I like how the movement is progressing. Here the market today is very volatile, friends. The market sentiment today clearly bearish. I also see familiar patterns such as a head and shoulders. The momentum histogram also shows a bearish trend, and the envelopes warn that the trend will soon change. Let's wait until the red candle hits the support level and only then we will enter into the position. Still, I rely on my intuition and believe there will be a rebound from the level upwards. I enter in an upward trade with the entry deposit and wait for profit. Profit obtained. It is simple, unreal, friends. And so, as you can see, today we are trading on a 15-second time frame. I often trade on time frames like 15 seconds, 30 seconds and 1 minute because I like to make decisions instantly. And such trading charges me up and requires careful attention and full judgment in the process. Nevertheless, friends, never forget about risk management. Take signals seriously and observe market behavior. Trading is a super risky business. Sometimes having a beginning experienced trader doesn't save you. The market spares no one, and if you make even a small mistake, the market punishes you immediately. Always try to approach the determination of the entry point carefully, and when you find it, carefully plan your actions. Only an experienced trader can make quick decisions in the market. Meanwhile, I see an excellent bearish trend. Momentum indicates a downward movement. Envelopes lines suggest a launch bearish trend. All 6 point to a continued downward movement. I enter into a downward trade with my entry deposit and wait for profit. Profit obtained, friends. Everything is going more than well. Also, the market is very volatile today. This will take watch hours, so I put the entry deposit, no one trade again. On this chart I don't want to risk much more, so let's switch to another currency pair. And so we see a very bright and aggressive downward movement in a bearish trend. We observe that the envelopes indicator clearly points to a bearish direction, and the momentum also shows red candles. Based on my personal experience, I can say that most likely the candle will reach the support level and there will be a sharp reversal. We need to wait for the moment and enter the position. So, we quickly enter on a 15 seconds time frame and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Wonderful, friends. So we stay in this chart because such market movements is impossible to miss. Now I'll simply wait for the reversal of the green candle since our movement is strictly bearish and all indicators indicate a downward movement. Immediately I enter downward after a bright candle bounce and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Excellent, friends. This is just excellent. We stay here again until we squeeze the maximum out of this chart here. The confidence is wild that the chart will decline. Indicators show us that the movement remains bearish, and I understand that there won't be a reversal yet. I jump into the last car of the train downward and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Very good, friends. I think, friends, it's time for us to move on. So let's see what's happening on other charts. Looking for an excellent entry situation. Let's stop at the Canadian dollar Swiss franc currency pair here. We see the main trend is bearish. This is not surprising considering our training today. Momentum shows us that the reversal is possible soon. The histogram starts changing the color of the candles to red and envelopes indicate a trend change. I think that if we enter, I'll go down after the candle bounce. Immediately I enter downward and wait for profit. Great, friends, everything is going as it should. Meanwhile, on this chart I don't want to make any moves anymore. It's not very interesting here anymore. We need more aggressive movements for a good entry point. Let's move somewhere else and look for a good situation for us further. So, on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar chart, consolidation is visible. The momentum is absolutely calm, not very interesting. Let's go further, and so I am interested in the $.'I'll pair. Here, we see an excellent bearish movement. Indicators show a downward direction. Immediately enter downward and wait for profit. So we neither lost nor earned anything. It happens, friends, nothing to worry about. We move on. So the US dollar Japanese yen currency pair. I enter here against the trend on the bounce as I feel there will be a slight reversal and I expect profit. My intuition didn't fail me. As you can see, we take the profit. Great, friends. There is no desire to stay here anymore. This chart has worked itself out completely. Transfer in a Fennec 1. I enter from the bounce of the support level downward with $500 and wait for profit. So I suggest staying on the same chart. Moreover, this currency pair always favors me. The movements here is well defined. The trend after consolidation definitely remains bearish, which is why we will stay here. Both indicators show us an aggressive downward direction, so I wait for the candle bounce and will enter downward. There it is. I enter downward immediately and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Today's market is favorable, so I think it is dangerous to stay on this chart now. The main thing is not to overplay and be able to stop in time to look at the market more objectively. I suggest changing the chart so we move on the next currency pair and see what interesting things are there. Let's continue. And again we return to my favorite currency pair, the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Here we immediately see a certain consolidation. Also, the indicators show us the direction of a bearish trend. I expect a bounce upward based on my experience and intuition. So, I enter into an upward position and wait for profit. Profit obtained. An incredible day, friends. Many pluses in a row. Today we have worked quite well, friends. On my account it's already almost $4,650, but I don't want to stop yet. Let's try to increase the deposit even more. I feel that we will definitely succeed today. Despite the overall market sentiment, we will leave today with a big profit anyway. So, let's look for convenient situation on the chart. There are of course many options as always, but with our experience we exactly know where to be and where to find the entry point. And so, the Canadian dollar with the Australian dollar, I quickly understand that there will be a reversal now. I enter in a downward position and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Friends, I have a feeling that we just cannot lose any trade today. I don't really want to stay on this chart anymore. That is it. Well, we move on again, change the currency pair and let's look for something interesting. I feel that I will find that very currency pair now, so the Canadian dollar Japanese yen currency pair. We see that the momentum shows us a bearish movement on its histogram. Candle movements is fast and aggressive enough. I really love such charts. The envelope indicator shows us consolidation, in which there will definitely be a breakthrough soon. And I am not going to simply waste time. Quickly enter into a downward trade and wait for profit. Perfect, friends. Phew, how great everything is going today. So, now I want to enter 2 trades in a row. Let's change the chart and try to do it. Let's see where it will be more interesting here. So, the Euro-Japanese yen chart, excellent aggressive movement. Indicators show a bearish movement again. I immediately enter into a downward trade and wait for profit. Unbelievable, guys, this is just superable. Now this will be the last trade, friends, and it's time to finish for today. We'll enter into 2 trades again, we'll exchange the currency pair and see where we have interesting movement. So, the Euro and New Zealand dollar currency pair, we see a very cool bullish movement. Indicators are completely anonymous and show us the same movement. Don't want to waste time and enter into an upward position twice and wait for profit. Just unbelievable, friends, just incredible. Today before your eyes I increased my deposit from $10 to $7,125. I'm just speechless, guys, pure emotion. Today before your eyes I increased my deposit from $10 to $7,000. I'm just speechless, guys, pure emotion. Friends, if you watched this video until the end, you are already with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my Telegram channel. Profit to everyone.